Welcome back to Breslov.org. The Breslov elder who I'm speaking a lot about lately, Rav Avram ben Rebbe Nachman, Halevi Chazan of Tulchin, he recounts that his Rebbe in Nigle, in other words, his teacher who taught him Gemara and Halacha, one of the main disciples of Rav Nosson, his name was Rav Moshe Breslover, Rav Moshe Lubarsky. He recounts, Rav Avram ben Nachman, that Rav Moshe Breslover, whenever he would come to Uman, to daven by the grave of Rebbe Nachman, he wouldn't approach the grave unless he had first 3 days preparation. He would prepare himself in a lot of hitbodedut and a lot of Torah study, on a lot of, mikveh and everything, as a preparation to prostrate on Rebbe Nachman's grave, to illustrate how it's so important, something so special to be by Rebbe Nachman's grave. And Rebbe Nachman would say afterwards, brokenheartedly, and today people go to the Tzion, to the Rebbe Nachman's kever, without even going to the mikveh first. Because he wanted to illustrate, Rav Moshe Breslover would take 3 days in preparation, in mikveh, and davening and learning, and only then approach Rebbe Nachman's grave. And today we're talking about 100 years ago, even 100 years ago, people, they arrive in Uman, they go, they chat, they go to the kever of Rebbe Nachman with no preparation, with no mikveh. It's something which has been stressed very much throughout the generations, that a person would first go to the mikveh before going to daven by Rebbe Nachman's kever. Me personally, whenever I bring my sons to Uman for Rosh Hashanah, I tell them the first thing, we drop our luggage, we go to the mikveh, and then we go to Rebbe Nachman's kever. First thing is always the mikveh, because Rebbe Nachman said a term, and applies to everything. He said in Yiddish, the erste is mikveh. The first thing is mikveh. He said in regards to saying the tikkun haklali, you should first go to the mikveh, but also it applies to going to Rebbe Nachman's grave also, to take consideration to go first to the mikveh. Doesn't mean every time, okay, I'm going to the Rebbe Nachman's grave, I'm on a visit to Rebbe Nachman's grave, so I go 10 times to the kever. Doesn't mean so I'll go every time to the mikveh. That's over-exaggerating. But the idea is, you've come to the city of Uman, you haven't yet gone to the mikveh, you go to the mikveh first, and then you go to Rebbe Nachman's grave.